Start.
Okay, I think we're live. We'll give it about 21 seconds for more people to join, and then we'll kick it off since this is a very quick and direct to the point actionable items webinar. Want to get going as soon as possible.
Absolutely.
All right, I think that's about 21 seconds. Let's get this show on the road. Thank you everybody for joining. I am super excited to have you see today our first Proof Over Promises webinar from Search Bar to Smart Assist. I have joining me today from our partner Valtech, Rafael Gutierrez, who is the VP of Strategy, E-commerce, and Experience at Valtech. His friends call him Raf, by the way. And then Brian Whites, our very own, who his friends call him Brian, from Algolia, who is working with our partners as well as our prospects that are evaluating Algolia as a solutions engineer. My name is Ben Coffin. I am on our partnerships and alliances team here at Algolia. I this month celebrated my 4-year anniversary at Algolia, and through that entire time, I've had the pleasure of working with our very strong partner Valtech. The partnership between Algolia and Valtech goes well before my time, though. We have 8+ years of partnership. Valtech has 30+ implementations of Algolia with some of the biggest brands out there. So extremely strong partnership. They are strategic and elite partner of Algolia. So to set the stage a little bit for everybody before we jump into it, about this presentation. So this whole presentation you're about to see from Raf began as a conversation back in November when the Algolia team went to Valtech and said, hey, we would love for you to build an agentic experience for one of our mutual clients and present that at NRF. The catch was NRF was less than 2 months away. So Valtech said, okay, let's see what we can do. We found a mutual client in Shoe Carnival Shoe Station who was already interested in what an agentic shopping assistant experience could do for their business, who said, yes, let's run with this. Between a co-investment from Microsoft or Azure's OpenAI, which, side note, Algolia is LLM agnostic. We don't make the decision on which LLM is best for your business. That is for you to decide, along with maybe a partner in strategy such as Valtech. You can hook up any LLM that you've already invested in or you plan on investing in to our agent studio for that shopping experience or agentic experience. But within a matter of 6 weeks, Valtech was able to stand up a POC with Shoe Carnival's data, product data, to present at NRF. Shoe Carnival was so impressed themselves with this POC that they actually sent their head of product, their head of digital transformation, Ned Moore, to present alongside Valtech at the Algolia booth for 2 days in a row at NRF. I'm super impressed with how quickly they were able to move. Valtech is a global partner of ours, but they are the most nimble global partner that I work with and anybody probably works with across any company. So today, presenting the Shoe Carnival POC will be Raf, and then followed up by Brian. We understand the agentic isn't just for retail. It has applications within B2B, financial services, groceries, internal support teams, etc. So Brian, if the time allows, will show a couple examples of an agentic experience with some of those other verticals. I'll be monitoring the chat along with Brian throughout. So if you have questions, please pose those. We'll try to answer them in real time. Anything we don't get to, we will follow up certainly after the webinar itself. But without further ado, I'll kick it over to my friend, Raf.
Thank you, Ben, for that amazing introduction. I think it sets the stage for what we're going to showcase today. Just reminding you that at Valtech, we support many customers right now on digital transformation, on content, so PIM and DAM, of course, enabling those AI experiences, so inclusive of search, concierge, all these new ways of searching that customers are leveraging and using. We're also working a lot on data and AI foundations, architecture. We are doing CMS revamps. So basically, anything regarding your digital and omnichannel transformation is something we can support with. I know that in the call, we have a few customers. So if you're there, Meubles Hardy, Tiffany, New Balance. Hi to you guys. And not to wait too much, I want to introduce with kind of a setting the stage to what is the evolution of currently the retail shoppers in the new AI world. As you know, many of your customers right now go to your physical stores to make a decision, right? When you're hesitating, when you're a customer, you need to see, touch, and feel the products. You need to be able to take the shoe, to really see the material, to feel the material. You want also to compare options and wear them, so try them as well. Interact as well with someone. So, for example, if you're a runner, you have hesitations toward maybe a certain model. So you want to be reassured that you're basically doing the right choice. So sales, of course, convert best when your store assistants are able to ask the right question, understand what you're looking into, the purpose, the budget, and so on. So they're converting your sale physically. So what you need to make sure is that this team that is getting younger and younger with lots of turnover in those physical stores need to quickly understand why the shopper is coming, the context of the shopper, and the intent. So that intent is being translated by what? By who you are, your gender, your customer's age, the intent as well. Is this for a gift? Is it for another matching product? Is this for your next marathon? Is this, like which kind of occasion and intent are you trying to look for? And then is it for you or maybe for someone else? And that's when it becomes really complex when you're buying for someone else that is not in the room with you. And of course, price. So online, that becomes really difficult, right? Because the options that you're getting or that your consumers are getting are very static. And the problem is that with AI, shoppers know that they have no time and they know they can get quick access to answers. So if you're offering still static search, static filtering, static category navigation, that can become time consuming for them. So they drop. We see lots of customers right now that have very high bounce rates on home pages, on category pages, and basically they don't even go up to your product pages. So that can be a big challenge, not only for your customer, but also for your phone or store associates who are trying to get the right data handy, right, during these recommendations in store. What we've seen is you're basically getting 27% of abandoned carts and brands when the online experience is bad. And right now, what we're identifying is that maybe above 50% of those 27% abandoned cart are because of they're not getting up to the level of information they need, not as quickly as they would expect. So basically, you're losing them even before the article, really at the first page. So what we discovered is we need to reproduce that kind of store assistant online that is easy to interact with, personal, feel like it can recommend the right options. And this is what we wanted to build for Shoe Carnival. So quickly, because I know that everybody's here to see the demo, a few words on the story behind the POC. I think, Ben, you laid it out really well. It was really like a short time window to be able to display this at NRF, which is the bigger retail event in the world. So Shoe Carnival quickly, founded in 1978 in Evansville, Indiana, major footwear retail with over 400 stores. They acquired Shoe Station, so make it even bigger. So Shoe Carnival is maybe more family type of shoe. Shoe Station is more high-end type of shoes. So becomes with several type of audiences that they try to hit. And yes, they want to help clients find the right shoe they need, and they already have Algolia. How we make that happen? What we did is that for NRF, we did a chatbot that was appearing on the website. Everybody was amazed by the interaction that the chatbot was giving, but the challenge we have today is that chatbots are a bit dead, right? I don't know, Ben, on your end, but when you're interacting with the chatbot, it feels like you're not sure that it's going to be the right results, right?
Yeah, it's kind of a curse word over here. Chatbot.
Exactly. So basically, that's what we were able to present at NRF. But for today, we wanted to think through that, and we took some time with my lead UX, and we said, what if we do that a full page, a full screen, that allows people to really have conversation with heavy visuals, space for the products, the ability to view details, change colors, and so on, right away from one window, with still the website at the top so that it doesn't become totally stranger from your the usual way a customer interacts with the brand. And I think the most important was, how is that going to be living with your current search? You cannot suddenly come up with a search bar that does a concierge without notifying your customers. And so what we're seeing is that many brands applying this are adding a little AI concierge button next to the search bar so that you can still have your static search bar. And then right next to it, you have the option to hit the concierge. Or you can also advertise that in your heading banner, and click on it to open a new experience, because that's a new experience that cannot be totally matching your current experience. So that's very,
And
very, very important.
Ralph, I know the UI UX experience is kind of up to every single business as to where it best fits for them, but I really like having it right there next to the search bar. I know there's several agentic experiences out there where you have to search for the actual assistant, and makes it hard to find or actually utilize. So I like that.
To be honest, most of the customers we're currently working on those type of concierge applications are struggling with this. Okay, nice. We have good results, but how do we shift between the current user experience to the future without overlapping on the current one, or erasing the current conversions we're getting from there? So that's the best way we figured that's bringing the most conversions.
Nice.
So that being said, I'm going to shift to the demo. And I think first things first, I want to introduce the powerful solution behind that. And that's very important because once you have Algolia, you're currently in the Agent Studio configuration platform. Once it's connected, so here you see on the bottom left, we're currently leveraging Azure OpenAI POC solution. It's basically connected with the GPT-5. So everything that we're going to input here as prompt is going to be plugged in into not only your Algolia index, merchandising rules, and current catalog information, but also to some AI-fueled assistants that can help get that brand tone and so on. The real great stuff is that today I was a bit concerned because I was working with my team to help me support me on prompting, and I kind of was getting bad results. So what I did is basically in 1 minute, I did a Claude prompt that helped me get all these prompts. Okay, I'm really talking about 1 minute. And here you can see that I can refine my scope, erase the error timeout, what is going to be the search strategy. I want first the keyword to be research, apply facet filters, then make sure that the right colors are applied, because Shoe Carnival don't have endless colors as well, even though they're called Carnival. They don't have all the colors of the Carnival. Brands that they have, gender, and so on, inventory, price, occasions, styles. You can go endlessly on this by interacting with a solution that can help your merchandisers with just a few minutes get to that prompt and that very natural language. So that being said, I'm going to quickly shift to what we've been building.
So
So as
Ralph,
you can see here, yeah.
Ralph, I think it's worth pointing out real quick, just the fact that once this POC has been created, the merchandising team or any business unit can actually make those prompts. It's not development team. It doesn't require any technical capabilities. It is just creating prompts that we're all doing in our daily lives these days, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I think that's the most important thing. I've been working since the last 10 years in trying to get very complex technical products to clients, like PIM is a good example, and to translate those technical products into more business users and easy to adopt solutions. So this is exactly the reasoning behind this is a tool for business users, for business teams, so that they don't depend too much on technical teams. So very well stated. So here, basically, let's say I already opened my chatbot. I'm currently in the Shoe Concierge, and I'm getting a nice welcome sentence that you could, of course, adapt. And right away, it tells me, what are you looking for? Athletic shoes, boots, casual wear? What activities do you have in mind? So either styles or options of shoe or occasions. And I'm going to say, I want to give him like some background. I'm a 28-year-old man, and I'm getting married. For example, I'm getting married in fall, and I need nice shoes that match my green suit. I'm gonna wear the same suit as today. So it's gonna think, it's gonna be validating products, and here right away, it's gonna tell me a few shoes that I could wear. Know that Shoe Carnival is not known for very elegant shoes and so on. So it's gonna really look into what are the best shoes that he could be wearing. And it's selecting options and really visual options. So black shoe, because it fits well with green. Brown ones, darker brown ones, and beige. Okay. So basically, I see different types of options in terms of pricing, and I can say I prefer black shoes. And so basically, it's gonna help refine, and it's finding like a lot of products, right? And here you can see it's only showcasing black shoes, and it's adding a few elements below that tells you here are some like additional maybe elements that are more textual. Black shoes are a timeless wedding choice with a green suit. You see, like you're really getting a personal answer to this. And these are all sharp options, even an opinion, right? Because I told him that I wanted him to act like a vendor, a shoe vendor, a shoe store assistant that knows about it. Some picks may qualify for current Shoe Carnival promotions. Check each page. Want me to narrow down by size, style, or brand? So I could say, I'm I'm a big Dockers fan. So I'm a big Dockers fan. So here I'm refining by brand. And so here it's going to tell me, these Docker Classic bring comfort and style. Big for the day. Check each page. Want me to show just certain sizes or help compare styles? I'd like to see reviews maybe. So it's going to search if these have reviews, and here you can see directly rated 2.7 out of 5, rated 3 out of 5 stars. So that helps me also identify if I'm making the right choice, right? So that's really something that we can see, and the ability to add to cart. I think that's really important and powerful. You can right away add to cart. So here you see that this is out of stock. So I could also plug in this option by just showcasing shoe with inventory. That's kind of in the enhancement that we're going to be making. But you can see that you can even change colors right away from the chat. So that helps a lot. And we can directly click to get the visual. So you're not losing the interface and you're right away getting to the right shoe. Okay. So that's one example.
I
I've
think you
done a
made
few
a
other. Yeah.
think you made a good point there, Raf, as far as the inventory awareness by store. So you can actually set inventory per store, and it'll show what items are in stock. So I don't go find something at Shoe Carnival that I absolutely love, put it in the basket to pick up in store, and it's not in inventory, which is one of the
Absolutely.
advantages here.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Do you want, Ben? I know that you're also maybe getting married. Do you want to, do you want to do some research, or do you have a prompt? Are you looking for a gift for your fiance or something?
um, let's see. We are getting married in the Redwoods National Forest. So maybe some stylish shoes that are comfortable for outdoors.
Or outdoors for my fiance. Let's see if we're breaking the prompt. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Could be we could tell them that it's for a trek maybe in the woods.
Yep. I see the white one
Oh,
there in the middle. That'll go with the dress.
for a trek. So here we're already getting into things that maybe are more like specific. But look, it gives you
Yeah.
options. So we can see that these are really good for the woods. These are like women shoes. It looks like trail shoes mostly, which is basically what you use when you're doing like some walks
Yeah.
in the
And you
forest.
didn't use any of those words in the actual prompt. You didn't use the word trail, you used the word trek in the woods. And I was able
Exactly,
to pull that up. Nice.
exactly. And then it gives you again a few options. Some picks may qualify for current Shoe Carnival promotion. Want me to resize by size? Oh yes, waterproof, please, because it's really rainy. So these are like things that um, are really important because it gives you options and things maybe you hadn't thought about. And look, here I have waterproof options right away, you see? And all these are even better ones because I think like the first you're mentioning, Ben, maybe needs maybe higher um, to to um, to protect the ankle, right? Like higher size shoe boots. So uh, well, I could go endlessly like this, but basically that's exactly what we want to get at, right? And then of course price. Oh, or can you only give me? And I could be more direct, right? $100 options only, please. So we're gonna see if it refines because it's basically price issues, and I might not have that budget because I'm preparing for the wedding. Couldn't find because it's exact match. So basically, I should have said under $100 shoe. I have a few other options, but the summer sandals that I had done earlier for my fiance, same thing here. Want me to narrow by size 10, under $100, so it erases any above $100 options. And then she loves black, so I have black options. So here it was a black one, close to the black option. And then she likes heel or platform. And so here I only have heels or platform. Um, and I had done any that matches beach or sand. But basically, that's kind of the interaction that you're getting with, of course, the visuals that are appearing here. Yeah. So that being said, Ben, Brian, I think we can go back to the presentation and continue there. I think we've proven that this is matching well. So as a summary, intent-based search, that's how people want to search to make it fast. Connected with your merchandising rules, I think that's important. It's visual results first. You need to be able to add to cart or to the wish list and easy checkout right from there so that you don't have to go back to pages and so on. These are the minimal criteria that we can hit with these kind of things. Basically, this is a very low entry cost and journey. So in summary, this took us less than 6 weeks to make it happen. Okay. You don't need an entire design team. You don't need like a full heavy team to make it happen. We used one FTE mixed across all these several roles. A little bit of UX design that matched the experience that you have on your website, a little bit of AI engineering, prompting. To be honest, with the prompting elements and the Claude assistants and so on, You might not even need that. It can do the prompting for you. Front-end developer, for sure. You can also vibe code it to match this. Algolia expert to match your criteria between your merchandising rules, your index. Just make sure you don't break what you currently built. And maybe a PM just to make sure that you coordinate and don't go over budget. And the most important is mobile first, sleek AI interactive search, visual and natural intent-based conversational search, merchandising rules infused, conversational shopping with the ability to add to cart view PDP. Inventory is one of the enhancements that we want to do, and results page with personalized results. So just so you know, we had like sometimes 12 options that were like from left to right that we could like just scroll. But the next enhancement is going to be full page. So you don't even need to scroll from left to right or get the challenges there. So I know we have a few minutes left, Ben. I don't know if we want to take a few of the questions. I don't know if we have key questions or if we want to continue there in the core problems that it's solving.
I am sharing in the chat. One of the most common questions we get is around what the cost of the LLM is. Our team put together, they tested every major LLM for its accuracy, its hallucinations, its cost per query. So I'm going to put that in the chat for everybody to kind of see, and they can start utilizing that a little bit in their initial kind of analysis of what LLM maybe make this most sense for them. Brian, we have a few minutes. Do you want to show a few front end examples of potentially grocery or B2B or internal use cases this may make sense for?
Yeah, I'm happy to do that. It's to sort of just show like some of the cool things that you can do after this initial scope, as well as with some other verticals. So looking, we have a fashion website here, similar to the one that Raf showed. We have this little AI assistant button near the search. What I want to show here is rather than have starting from a chat, I want to show how AI can enable reverse image search in a shopping experience. So I have this image of a summer dress. It's like a blue and white pattern dress. She's got a straw hat and a woven bag. And I'm going to look for this entire outfit. And this is like entire outfit shopping is pretty common in the fashion experience. So I'm going to say, I need this entire outfit. And the LLM is going to be able to analyze the image, and then it's going to be able to turn it over to Algolia to search for each individual piece of the outfit separately. And it should be able to give us at least two, probably three separate search results carousels directly in here. Yes, we've got a dress blue, found the halter neck this time, and found wide brim straw hat and woven tote bag. So all of the things from the image, it was immediately able to analyze and pull out into individual searches. We can apply that to grocery as well. If you want, you can just go into the chat and immediately just import a grocery list. So I have a Notes app shopping list here, and I'm just going to say, I need this shopping list. And it's going to be able to pull out all of the items directly from the list and take those directly into a search page. And finally, the last thing I want to show here is a B2B. Yep.
Before you jump to B2B, one of my favorite
Yes.
things is something like searching for a recipe. If I don't have it written out in notes, just like I
Yep.
want a recipe for chicken cacciatore, or I want a recipe for lasagna.
I need a recipe for chicken that serves 6. Going to search recipes off the internet, give me a couple of options. I'm just going to choose this one. It's going to take me directly to a recipe page, and I can shop all of the ingredients directly from here as well. Great. Now we have 1 minute left. So looking at B2B, I've pre-programmed this in a B2B auto part manufacturer. I can enter 2 license plates in for my vehicles. It's going to search up those license plates, identify what vehicles they belong to, and immediately add them to my garage on the site. And this is fitment friendly, so that for each one, we're only going to see parts for that one. So if I say, show me headlight bulbs for the first one, it's now going to apply that as the active car in the garage and only show me headlight bulbs that fit that particular car. So a lot of different things. This is just the tip of the iceberg of what you can do in an agentic experience plugged in through the Algolia search and relevancy experience via Agent Studio.
Thanks, Brian. Thanks, Ralph.
Absolutely.
Very, very glad that everybody could join us today. If you're wondering if you have the directive for utilizing AI, but don't know where to go or how to do it, our friends over at Valtech, they've got a very easy to get into package with a 6-week launch POC. Absolutely great way to start your journey within an agentic shopping experience or agentic experience, whether it's shopping or not. Thank you everybody for joining so much. I am Benjamin Coffin here at Algolia on behalf of Brian and Raf. We appreciate you and have a great rest of your day.
Exactly. Thank you, Ben. Thank you, Brian. And please start somewhere. Don't wait. See you guys.
Take care.
See you.